On today's episode of Days of Our Lives, Channel expresses her feelings, Harris and Ava plan a getaway, and Rafe closes closer. Trip and Wendy are having sex in bed when they discover they have no idea what time it is. She wonders whether he's sure it's okay for her to be shutting off the world. He is more than certain. He told Kayla to only contact him in an emergency. He passionately kisses Wendy again because he hasn't heard from her yet. Paulina sits in their living room with Channel, dressed in a sparkling gown intended for special occasions. After their second date went much better than the first, Abe is taking her to the cafe. Paulina inquires about Channel and Talia's situation. Channel claims there are no issues, but Johnny wants her back. "Well, what do you know?" Paulina replies. "My baby is in high demand." Jada brightens at Talia, who is dressed in a lab coat and a stethoscope at the hospital. Jada knows how proud their father would be. She takes pictures and then announces that she is there to question the woman Ava shot. According to Talia, the woman is in critical but stable condition. Jada will wait till she regains consciousness before asking who hired her to murder Ava. Ava tells Harris in the motel that she has no doubt that EJ sent the woman to murder her. She realizes that the only way to persuade EJ to back down is for her to find Susan and bring her home to him. Ava thanks Harris for taking her out of Bayview when he might have left her to die before he departs for food and supplies. He's just delighted he could help. She warns him to be cautious out there. EJ is on the phone with a man in scrubs at the hospital from the mansion. The man informs EJ that the woman who was shot at Bayview is still unconscious. If she opens her eyes, EJ tells him to call. EJ looks at an article about Ava and Harris departing Bayview after hanging off the phone. She realizes that the only way to persuade EJ to back down is for her to find Susan and bring her home to him. Ava thanks Harris for taking her out of Bayview when he might have left her to die before he departs for food and supplies. He's just delighted he could help. She warns him to be cautious out there. EJ is on the phone with a man in scrubs at the hospital from the mansion. The man informs EJ that the woman who was shot at Bayview is still unconscious. If she opens her eyes, EJ tells him to call. EJ looks at an article about Ava and Harris departing Bayview after hanging off the phone. Talia then brightens while discussing Channel. She believes they have a second chance at something amazing. Jeva is concerned that she isn't ready to date again so soon after Colin. Talia believes she has her life in order and sincerely desires to be with Channel. She's so fortunate that she wants to be with her. Paulina asks Channel how she feels about Johnny at home. Channel is unaware since she assumed they had ended. Paulina assures her daughter that, despite what she did to them, she welcomes Talia, but she has always had a special spot for Johnny. It is, however, her choice. Channel, conflicted, realizes that leaving both of them hanging isn't fair. She must make a choice. When EJ finds that Johnny did not receive a response from Channel on her thoughts, he begs his son to demand one. Johnny isn't going to do it. He made himself available. Channel knows where to locate him if she wants to give them another chance. Damaris, according to EJ, does not let others decide their fate. Nothing is ever left to chance with them. Channel makes a call to invite Johnny over. He is entitled to an in-person reaction. Rather than wishing Johnny luck, EJ encourages him to make his own. As Johnny enters the apartment, Paulina departs for her date. Channel tells Johnny that she truly likes Talia and wanted to see how things progressed before he made his big declaration. And now? Johnny inquires. Susan appears to Ava as she paces about the motel. Ava is aware that she is no longer hallucinating, and Susan is not dead, so she cannot be a ghost. Ava begs Susan to tell her where she is so she can get EJ off her back, assuming Susan is using her psychic abilities. Susan is perplexed as to why she would assist her after driving her off a cliff. Ava said she wasn't feeling well at the moment, but they can now help each other. Susan claims she is not where Ava believes she is. Susan vanishes when Harris returns. Susan projected herself into Ava's thoughts, according to Ava. Harris is perplexed as to why she hasn't contacted her family. Ava makes no pretense of understanding Susan, but she insisted on being stuck in the large city. According to Harris, it is a nickname for London. Perhaps she was giving her a hint. Harris has contacts who can get them there. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Daily Bulletin News, and stay with us.